Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to the Sri Vidya Temple's classes in chanting. We're currently doing a series on Pavamana Suktam. So we've completed maybe about half or a little bit more than half. So what I'll do is first we'll have the Ganapati prayer, and then I will chant by myself what we have done so far, and then we'll get started. Om Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnan Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Viknopashantaye. So now starting at the beginning of Pavamana Suktam. Just 1 second. Om Hiranyavarna Shuchayah Pavakaya Sujatah Kashyapo Yasvindraha Agniya Garbhandadhire Virupastana Apashakas Syona Bhavantu Yasagum Raja Varuno Yati Madhye Satyanrute Avapashyanjananam Madhuschutashuchayo Yav Pavakas Tana Apashakasyona Bhavantu Yasa an deva devi kranvanti bhakshanya antarikshe bahudha bhavanti yav prithivim payasondanti shukras tana apashakasyona bhavantu Shivena machakshusha pashyata pashivaya tanuvopas sprushatattvacham me sarvagum agnigum rapsushado huve vo mahivarcho palamojo nidhatta pavamana suvarchanaha pavitrena vicharashanihi Yaf pota sapunatuma punantuma deva janaha punantuma navodhiya punantu vishva ayavaha jata vedav pavitravat pavitrena punahima shukrena devadityat Agne kratva kratugum ranu yatte pavitra marchishi agne vitatamantara brahmatena punimahe ubhabhyaan deva savitaha pavitrena savena cha Idam brahma punimahe Vaishvadevi punati devyagaat Yasyai bahvi stanuvo vita prashtaha Taya madantas sadhamatyeshu Vayakusyama patayorahinam Vaishvanaro rashmibhirma punatu vatah pranene shiromayo bhuhu dyava prithvi payasapayobhihi rutavari yagniye ma punitam bruhadbhis savitastrubhihi varushashthairdevamanmabhihi. And I believe that's where we stopped. So we can start from here. So Charu Auntie, do you want to start repeating the lines?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Agne dakshay
Agne dakshay. Agne dakshay.
punahima
Punahima. Punahima.
Agne dakshay punahima
Agne dakshay punahima. Agne dakshay punahima.
Yena deva
Yena deva. Yena deva.
apunata
Apunata. Apunata.
Yena deva apunata
Yena deva apunata. Yena deva apunata.
Good. Let's try both lines together. Agne dakshay punahima Yena deva apunata
Agne dakshay punahima. Yena deva apunata. Agne dakshay punahima. Yene deva apunata.
Very good. Just watch out for the agne swaras. Agne. First one is middle, then it goes down. Okay.
Agne.
That's it.
Agne.
And then also on dakshay punahi, the dirgha I, which is dirgha swarita, just hold that just a little bit longer and make sure you're holding on the if, the visarga pronounced as if.
Yeah.
Dakshay punahi.
Dakshay punahi. Dakshay punahi.
That's it. That's better. Let's go on. Yena po.
Yena po. Yena po.
Divyankashaha.
Divyankashaha. Divyankashaha.
Yena po divyankashaha.
Yena po divyankashaha. Yena po divyankashaha.
Good, swaras are good. Only thing here is the O is getting elongated just a little bit too much. Okay, so just watch the. So I'll do it one more time. Yena po divyankashaha.
Yena po divyankashaha. Yena po divyankashaha.
Good, that's it. Okay, the next line. Tena divyena.
Tena divyena. Tena divyena.
Brahmana.
Brahmana. Brahmana.
So here, just keep in mind it's Brahma. So here we have the combination of H and then M, which we actually pronounce by reversing the two sounds. And we just want to make sure that there's a audible ha. So we don't want to say Brahma, it's Brahma. So we're not forgetting the ha, it just comes after. So let's just do that one. Brahmana.
Brahmana, Brahmana,
That's it. Tena divyena brahmana.
Tena divyena Brahmana, Tena divyena Brahmana.
Good. And here, just keep in mind the holding.
Yeah.
Divyenab. Ab. Divyenab brahmana. Okay, let's try the two lines together. Yena po divyankashaha tena divyena brahmana.
Yena po divyankashaha Tena divyena brahmana Yena po divyankashaha Tena divyena brahmana.
Very good. Okay, we'll go on. Idam brahma punimahe.
Idam brahma punimahe Idam brahma punimahe.
Good. If you take a look at the word punimahe, you can see there's no swara marks on that one. So you want to make sure it's all in the middle note. So we don't want to add any swaras where they're not marked. Let's do that one more time. Idam brahma punimahe.
Idam brahma punimahe Idam brahma punimahe.
It still sounds like you're saying it like punimahe. That's what I'm hearing. It's possible that's not what you're intending. But so you can just work a little bit more on keeping that all very steadily on the same middle note. Sometimes it takes a little bit of practice because even if we intend a certain note, something different comes out of our mouth. So that's just something that takes a bit of practice. Just wanted to point that out. Let's try the next line. Yaf pavamani.
Yaf pavamani Yaf pavamani
Radhyeti.
Radhyeti Radhyeti.
Very good Mahaprana in dhya sound. So here, the way I'm breaking it up is not according to the grammar, it's according to the pronunciation. So just wanted to point that out. Let's do the whole line. Yaf pavamani radhyeti.
Yaf pavamani radhyeti Yaf pavamani radhyeti.
Good. Let's do the two lines together. Idam brahma punimahe yaf pavamani radhyeti.
Idam brahma punimahe Yaf pavamani radhyeti Idam brahma punimahe Yaf pavamani radhyeti.
Good. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll chant these lines that we've just learned by myself as a review. Agne dakshay punahima yena deva apunata yena po divyankashaha tena divyena brahmana idam brahma punimahe yaf pavamani radhyeti. Okay. Rupa Auntie, do you want to repeat the lines?
Yes, Amma.
Okay. All right. Rishabhis.
Rishibis. Rishibis.
Good. And note the Mahaprana bhis in bhi, in Rishabhis. And then again, there's going to be another Mahaprana, same sound, the bhru in Sambhrutagam. Sambhrutagam.
Sambrudhagum. Sambrudhagum.
Okay, that's very close. So in the Sambhrutagam, you have two lower swaras. So the gum needs to end a little bit lower than the sam. Okay, so that again takes a bit of practice because this is a slightly unusual one. Let's try putting it together. Rishabhis sambhrutagam.
Rishibis sambrudhagum. Rishibis sambrudhagum.
Rasam.
Rasam. Rasam.
Good, let's try the whole line. Rishabhis sambhrutagam rasam.
Rishibis sambrudhagam. Rasam. Oh, sorry. Rishibis sambrudhagam. Rasam. Rishibis sambrudhagam. Rasam.
Pronunciation is very good. Swaras are getting a little bit off. So what I'll do is I will chant just this line 4 times in a row by myself, just to sort of let you hear the swaras repeatedly. Rishabhis sambhrutagam rasam. Rishabhis sambhrutagam rasam. Rishabhis sambhrutagam rasam. Rishabhis sambhrutagam rasam. Okay, so hopefully that's a little more clear. This is one that will take a little more practice, and so this is the kind of line that I would spend doing like 10 times in a row, just really doing it repeatedly, and also slowing it down as much as I have to really make sure the swaras are coming, like sam bhra ta gum, sam bhra ta gum, ra sam. Okay, so hopefully that is clear. It'll just take a bit of practice. So
Can I repeat, Amma?
let me
Can I-
chant it 1 time and then you do it 2 times. Okay.
Sure.
Rishabhis sambhrutagam rasam. Sorry. Rasam.
Rishibhis sambrudhagam rasam. Rishibhis sambrudhagam rasam.
Everything sounds good. What you can practice is the bru should go up. Make sure the bru is going up and then the dagum is down. Okay, so you can practice that one. Let's go on to the next line. Sarvagam.
Sarvagam. Sarvagam.
Saputamashnati.
Abhutamasnadi. Abhutamasnadi.
Good. Mashnati.
Mashnadi. Mashnadi.
Utamashnati.
Udamashnadi. Udamashnadi.
Sabutamashnati.
Sabhudamashnadi. Sabhudamashnadi.
Good. Sabutamashnati.
Sabhudamashnadi. Sabhudamashnadi.
Sarvagam sabutamashnati.
Sarvagam sabhudamashnadi. Sarvagam sabhudamashnadi.
Good. It's coming. Still, sweaters go off a little bit. And so for Sarvagam, instead of going like the down, down, try just doing both at the regular lower swara. That might make it a little bit easier. Sarvagam.
Sarvagam. Sarvagam.
Good, that's it. So instead of going like taking the va all the way down, that can be very difficult to land on the right note for the next one if you're not used to a lot of singing and things like that. So just to make it easier, you can just pronounce both of them as the same lower note. So let's try the full line. Sarvagam saputamashnati.
Sarvagam sabhudamashnadi. Sarvagam sabhudamashnadi.
Good. Swaras definitely sound better. So one final thing in terms of pronunciation, it sounds a little bit like, so there's a pa sound, which in Tamil would be just a regular pa, like not the three, not the ba. So it's sounding a little bit like B and D instead of P and T. So just try to watch whether it's coming out as a pa or ba, and also ta or da. Okay, so you can just watch out for that. Let's do the next line. Svaditam.
Svadhitam. Svadhitam.
Good. Mata.
Mata. Mata.
Svaditam mata.
Svadhitam mata. Svadhitam mata.
Good. Just remember that ta goes to the lower sound. Svaditam mata.
Svadhitam mata. Svadhitam mata.
Good. Rishvana.
Rishvana. Rishvana.
Mata Rishvana.
Madharishvana. Madharishvana.
Very close. The ma would be the upper sound, not the middle. Mata Rishvana.
Madharishvana. Madharishvana.
Good. It still sounds a little bit like it's coming out middle, so you can just work on that a bit more. Let's do the whole line. Svaditam matarishvana.
Svadhitam madharishvana. Svadhitam madharishvana.
Very good. Swaras are correct. Let's do the next line. Pavamana.
Pavamana. Pavamana.
Niryo.
Niryo, Niryo,
Pavamaniryo,
Pavamaniryo, Pavamaniryo.
very close. The nir and the yo are both the middle. So yo doesn't go down. So niryo.
Niryo,
That's it.
Niryo, Niryo,
Pavamaniryo.
Pavamaniryo, Pavamaniryo.
Okay, still needs a little bit of work there. Let's try the next word. Adhyeti.
Atyedi, Atyedi,
Good. Pavamaniryo. Adhyeti.
Pavamaniryo, Atyedi, Pavamaniryo, Atyedi.
Getting better, getting closer. It's always harder when the line starts on a lower or upper swara. It's because mentally you have to figure out that note in your head. So it's a little bit challenging, but definitely practice that one. So again, what I'll do is I'm going to chant these 2 lines that we just did by myself 4 times so that everyone can hear the swaras. Svaditam matarishpana pavamaniryo adhyeti. Svaditam matarishpana pavamaniryo adhyeti. Svaditam matarishpana Pavamaniryo adhyeti. Svaditam matarishpana Pavamaniryo adhyeti. Okay, so you can unmute yourself again. So this, there's a few lines that repeat themselves. So this Rishabh is Sambrudagam Rasam, that's come before. So I'm going to skip over that one to save a little bit of time. So we can just do the next 2 lines. Tasmai Sarasvati.
Tasmai Saraswati, Tasmai Saraswati,
Good. Duhe.
Duhe, Duhe,
Tasmai Sarasvati Duhe.
Tasmai Saraswati, Duhe, Tasmai Saraswati, Duhe.
Very good. Okay, let's do the next line. Kshiragam.
Shiragum, Shiragum.
Pronunciation is good. Notice how the kshi is a dirgha and the ra is hrasva. So that means the e is pronounced 2 times as long as the a. Kshiragam. Kshiragam. Okay, I'll do it one more time. Kshiragam.
Shiragum, Shiragum,
That's it. Sarpir.
Sarpir, Sarpir,
Kshiragam sarpir.
Shiragum, Sarpir, Shiragam, Sarpir,
Good. Madhudakam.
Madodakam, Madodakam,
Good. And here the dhu is Mahaprana. So now let's try the full line. Kshiragum sarpirmadhudakam.
Shiragam sarpirmadudakam. Shiragam sarpirmadudakam.
Good. Pronunciation's good. Some of the swaras have gone off. So here, another thing that's good to try is to go to the end of the line and start building it up, going backwards towards the front of the line. And that's a good strategy to use. But here, what I'll do is I will just chant this line by myself 4 times as a review. Kshiragam sarpirmadhudakam. Kshiragam sarpirmadhudakam. Kshiragam sarpirmadhudakam. Kshiragam sarpirmadhudakam. Okay, so now actually what I'll do is I'll go back to the first Rishabhis and just chant from there to the end of what we did as a review. Rishabhis sambhrutagum rasam sarvagum saputamashhnati svaditam matarishpana pavamaniryo adhyeti rishabhis sambhrutagum rasam tasmai sarasvati duhe kshiragam sarpirmadhudakam. Okay, so we have a few minutes left for today. So Charu Aunty, do you want to repeat the lines now?
Sure.
Okay. Pavamanis.
Pavamanis. Pavamanis.
Svastyayanihi.
Swastayani. Swastayani.
Good. So this is actually a challenging
I
part.
know, so many yeses.
Yeah, there's a lot of yas and styas and svas in there. And so just also keep in mind there's a visarga at the end. So let's start from the end and just sort of go backwards a little bit.
Okay.
Nihi.
Nihi. Nihi.
Yanihi.
Yanihi. Yanihi.
Styayanihi.
Tyayanihi. Tyayanihi.
Styayanihi.
Tyayanihi. Tyayanihi.
Svastyayanihi.
Vastyayanihi. Vastyayanihi.
Svastyayanihi.
Swastyayanihi. Swastyayanihi.
Good. Nisvastyayanihi.
Niswastyayanihi. Niswastyayanihi.
Manisvastyayanihi.
Mani swastyayanihi. Mani swastyayanihi.
Vamanisvastyayanihi.
Vamane swastyayanihi. Vamane swastyayanihi.
Good. Just notice the va is also down.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start from the beginning now. Pavamani swastyayanihi.
Pavamane swastyayanihi. Pavamane swastyayanihi.
Very good. So notice how it's a lot easier because for some reason, especially with the longer lines, it's not as bad with the shorter ones, but especially the longer ones, it's like your brain can only handle so much in a line. And then by the middle of it, it just starts to sort of, peter out.
I know there
And
are
by
too
the end,
many holdings.
like
Same
by the
letters.
end, it just sort of falls apart. So when you start at the end and really repeat the ending just so many times, it just makes it a lot easier. If you can get to that point, then it's very easy to finish the line. So you
I
just have to
can.
get to the beginning and then you're all set because you practice the ending so many times.
Yeah,
So for some reason, it works really well.
I know that's true.
In the GRD Gurukul,
Yeah.
Ganesh uses this technique a lot.
Mhm.
It's very helpful. So I definitely recommend that. Let's do the next line. Sudughahi.
Sudughahi. Sudughahi.
Good. Just notice the su is also down.
Yeah.
Sudughahi.
Sudughahi. Sudughahi.
So it still sounds to me like the su is coming out on the middle note. So you can practice.
Sudu.
So one thing that I will do before I start a line is you'll hear me hum to myself. And that's because I'm humming to match my shruti. If you're not playing a shruti, you can just hum to sort of remind yourself of the middle note. So you can mentally do it or you can physically do it just very softly. You'll hear singers do this also when they're beginning a line because it helps them lock into what is my middle note. And then it's very easy to figure out the lower note in reference to the middle one that you've just sort of reminded your brain about. So that's something that's the reason why you'll hear me kind of humming my middle note before I start a line, because it just helps to remind my brain like where I am in the notes. Okay, so let's do the next word. Ghrutashtutaha.
No, it is Payaswati, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I in the wrong line? Sudughahi. No, we're on Sudughahi.
Sudughahi Payaswati.
Did I just, I skipped down to the next section.
Oh,
Okay, there's a line later on that does that. It's because there's a bit of repetition in this section, so it's very easy to get lost.
oh yes.
That's right. So we're up on the first line there. Payaspatihi.
Payaswatihi. Payaswatihi.
Good. Sudughahi payaspatihi.
Sudughahi. Sudughahi Payaswatihi. Sudughahi Payaswatihi.
Good. Swaras are good. Only thing there is remember the he in ghahi. The he is hrasva, so it doesn't need to be a pause or extra holding on that one. Sudughahi payaspatihi.
Sudughahi Payaswatihi. Sudughahi Payaswatihi.
It's very good, but I'm still hearing a slight pause in that between the two words.
Yeah,
So what
I
I'll do
think
now, yeah, it's natural. It'll come with practice. So let me chant it 4 times, just so you'll hear the rhythm. I'll chant it 4 times by myself. Sudoghahi payaspatihi. Sudoghahi payaspatihi. Sudoghahi payaspatihi. Sudoghahi payaspatihi. Okay. So in the beginning, you have to analyze the line and figure out where's the dirgha, where's the hasva, where's the holding. Once you've done that and you've basically learned it, at that point, it's just going to be practice until it just becomes like a flow and the rhythm will just become much more natural. And that's obviously a lot more enjoyable. But only in the beginning, you have to break it down and really analyze, all of those different aspects. And then the rhythm itself will click in and it'll become a lot more easy at that point. Let's just try to do 2 more lines before we stop for today.
Yeah.
Rishabhis.
Rishibhis. Rishibhis.
Sambhruto.
Sambhruto. Sambhruto.
Rishabhis sambhruto.
Rishibhis sambhruto. Rishibhis sambhruto.
Good. Rasaha.
Rasaha. Rasaha.
Rishabhis sambhruto rasaha.
Rishibhis sambhruto rasaha. Rishibhis sambhruto rasaha.
Very good. All right, this next line is a little bit tricky because of holding. So let's take a look at that. Brahmarneshva.
Brahmaneshva. Brahmaneshva.
Very good. Just make sure you're pronouncing the ha after Brahm. Brahma. Brahmarneshva. So again, holding after dirgha. So there's 2 times holding after dirgha. Brahma. And also eshva. Eshva.
Brahmaneshva.
Brahmarneshva.
Brahmaneshva. Brahmaneshva.
Mrutagam.
Mrutagam. Mrutagam.
Hitam.
Hitam. Hitam.
Mrutagam hitam.
Mrutagam hitam. Mrutagam hitam.
Neshva mrutagam hitam.
Neshva mrutagam hitam. Neshva mrutagam hitam.
Brahmarneshva mrutagam hitam.
Brahmaneshva mrutagam hitam. Brahmaneshva mrutagam hitam.
Very good. Everything is very good. Only thing to work on there is the audible ha after the brahm.
Brahmaneshva.
That's it. Okay. All right, so
Brahmaneshva.
we can stop there, but I just want to go back to where we started today and just review everything one final time. Okay, so I'll chant that by myself. So I'll be starting from Agne Dakshaif Punahima. Agne Dakshaif Punahima. Yena Deva Apunata. Yena Po Divyankashaha. Tena Divyena Brahmana. idam brahma punimahe yaf pavamani radhyeti rishabhis sambhrutagam rasam sarvagam saputamashnaati svaditam matarishvana pavamaniryo adhyeti rishabhis sambhrutagam rasam tasmai sarasvati duhe kshiragum sarpirmadhudakam pavamani svastyayanihi sudughahi payaspatihi rishabhis sambhruto rasaha brahmarneshvamrutagam hitam. Okay, so we'll stop there. There's not much more to go, so I think we can probably finish it up in the next class, which will be the last class before Navaratri starts. So we won't have classes during Navaratri, or I think there's 1 week after.
Yeah, 2 weeks, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Next week we have class now.
Right. So next week will be the day before the first day.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
people are available, I can still do that just so that we can finish up Pavamana Suktam before Navaratri starts.
Yeah.
If possible.
I
that
think
would
yeah,
be
the flag hoisting is this Monday.
flag hoisting, I believe, is tomorrow.
Yeah, I think then the Monday after.
Yes, the Monday
first
after
day.
is definitely first day of Navaratri.
Yeah.
So Sunday will be before that.
Yeah.
So if it's possible, I'll announce it and see who's available for the class. Okay, so we'll end the class now. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Thank you for joining and see you next time.
Thank you. Thank you, Rupa.